Operation Blue Star was a military operation conducted by the Indian government in June 1984 to remove armed militants from the Golden Temple, a significant religious site for Sikhs, in Amritsar, Punjab. The operation was launched to address the escalating violence and militancy in Punjab, primarily led by Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale and his followers. The Golden Temple had become a fortified base for militants, and the government viewed this as a threat to national security and communal harmony. The roots of Operation Blue Star lie in the growing discontent among sections of the Sikh population in Punjab during the late 20th century. Economic issues, political marginalization, and demands for greater autonomy fueled unrest. Bhindranwale emerged as a prominent figure advocating for Sikh rights but later adopted militant tactics. By 1984, the Golden Temple complex had been heavily armed, with militants using it as a stronghold to launch attacks, prompting the government to take action. The Indian government, led by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, decided on a military intervention after diplomatic efforts failed. The operation was planned under the guidance of the Indian Army, with General Arun Sridhar Vadya and Lieutenant General K. Sundarji playing key roles. The primary objective was to neutralize Bhindranwale and his supporters while minimizing damage to the temple complex and civilian casualties. The operation commenced on 1 June 1984, with a curfew and communication blackout imposed in Amritsar. The army used heavy artillery, tanks, and infantry units to storm the Golden Temple. Fierce resistance from the militants resulted in intense fighting over several days. By 6 June, the army regained control of the complex, but at a high cost of lives and extensive damage to the holy site. Operation Blue Star resulted in significant casualties. Official reports stated that over 400 people, including civilians, militants, and soldiers, lost their lives, while unofficial estimates placed the number much higher. The operation also led to widespread destruction within the Golden Temple, including damage to the Akal Takhta, a sacred structure. The loss of lives and desecration of the temple deeply hurt the Sikh community. The operation triggered a wave of anger and grief among Sikhs worldwide. Protests erupted across Punjab and other parts of India, with calls for justice and accountability. Many Sikhs viewed the operation as an attack on their faith. This discontent led to heightened tensions between the Sikh community and the Indian government. The aftermath of Operation Blue Star had far-reaching consequences. On 31 October 1984, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was assassinated by her Sikh bodyguards, Beyant Singh and Satwanat Singh, in retaliation for the operation. Her assassination sparked anti-Sikh riots in Delhi and other cities, resulting in thousands of deaths and further deepening the communal divide. The operation and its aftermath significantly impacted Punjab's socio-political landscape. Militancy in Punjab escalated in the following years, with increased violence and insurgency. The state's economy and social fabric suffered, as fear and mistrust grew among communities. The government's heavy-handed approach also led to criticism from human rights organizations. The Sikh diaspora, particularly in countries like Canada, the United Kingdom and the United States, expressed strong opposition to Operation Blue Star. Protests and demonstrations were held, demanding accountability from the Indian government. The operation also strained India's international relations, as the global Sikh community voiced its concerns on human rights grounds. Operation Blue Star left a lasting legacy of pain and division. While the immediate objective of neutralizing militants was achieved, the operation failed to address the underlying issues of political representation and economic grievances in Punjab. The scars of 1984 continue to influence Sikh identity and Indian politics, with demands for justice and reconciliation persisting. In the decades following the operation, efforts were made to rebuild the Golden Temple and restore its sanctity. Various governments initiated programs to promote harmony and address Sikh grievances. However, the memories of 1984 remain vivid, and trust between the Sikh community and the government has been slow to rebuild. Operation Blue Star was a turning point in modern Indian history, highlighting the complexities of addressing militancy in a religiously sensitive context. While it succeeded in its immediate goals, the operation's repercussions underscore the importance of dialogue, understanding, and a balanced approach to resolving conflicts. The lessons from 1984 serve as a reminder of the need for unity and respect in a diverse nation like India.